themselves a party and did not care if their neighbors might be sleeping. Just as I started to turn around, I saw someone emerge from the shadows below. The streetlight illuminated a guy with a bottle in his hand and the orange glow from a cigarette in his mouth. I couldn't see much else, except that he was wearing jeans and a white tank. I thought about going inside, but houses this close to the beach were all on stilts, and the height gave me a sense of security from the activity down below. This town wasn't known for danger. He was probably coming from the house party and too drunk to drive. Either that or a tourist out for an evening walk. "Saul!" A female voice called out loudly from the darkness behind him, and he paused for a moment, as if he wasn't sure he wanted to turn around. When he did, he turned slowly, then took a long pull from the bottle. The sounds of summer drowned out anything else that was said between the two of them. The girl was tall, blonde, and willowy. She leaned against him, and they walked on toward the main street up ahead. Once my life had seemed as content as theirs appeared to be. My chest ached with that loss. I had not been prepared for either loss. But then, are people ever ready to lose those they love? Glancing back at the house, so full of my Gran's things, but empty, because she was no longer here. Her gentle, calming voice would never again be here as my source of comfort. I would never awake to the smell of her cooking. Without her here, this place wasn't the same. Yet it was where I hoped to find myself once again. "Henley, I know this letter is going to upset you, and that is not why I'm sending it. Life happens, and if we go through life pretending like it's all roses, then when we end up in a pile of shit, we can't dig our way out. I do not live my life expecting roses. I live it tending to the gardens that could possibly produce those roses. Now, if this COVID gets me, I need you to finish all my business for me. The list I've sent you is in order. When I'm gone, please carry out my wishes in the order I wrote them. If I beat this virus, then I expect to see you in June, just like we talked about. Except this time, you're making me breakfast. I want to try those new muffins you come up with, and that granola you told me about. I love you, my sweet girl, and know that you brought joy into my life from the moment you entered this world, and every second after. I may have made some mistakes, but I did what I thought was best at the time. Your mother never made it all easy, but she loves you too, and means well. Love always and forever. Gran. 1. The Gulf breeze was the only relief from the relentless heat. I reached up and adjusted my sun hat before picking up the last box of Gran's clothing to load in my car. This was number 1 on her list. Take all the clothing in her closet to the church donation center. When Gran had tested positive for COVID, she sat down and made a list. It was the thing she had wanted me to do for her if she didn't survive. The list had come in the mail the day after she had been admitted into the hospital. I'd been mad about that list. Mad because she had even considered she wouldn't survive. Mad because I could not lose her, too. Mad because this list was another reminder of how precious and fleeting life could be. Walking down the stairs, I took the box to pack it into my silver Mini Cooper she'd given me when I graduated high school. Gran had wanted all her clothing to be taken to her church. They had a program for those in need, and it ran solely on the donations of the community. It had been the first thing on Gran's list, which did not surprise me in the least. Gran had spent her life volunteering in homeless shelters, nursing homes, and food banks. It had been at one of these volunteer efforts that Gran had contracted COVID. She had been wearing her mask and keeping the proper 6 feet distance. I had spoken to her just that morning. She'd called